Hello and welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. As always, we have our 3 piles here with group 1 on the left and 2 in the middle, 3 is on the right. This reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you might find yourself in. The timestamps will be in the description box below along with the cards that I'm using, and there's also a link to my bookings page. I'm pretty sure I might be full up right now, but next week I'll be opening up new appointments for April, so stay tuned, I'll make an announcement for that. And that being said, I'll leave you with your selection. I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading if you chose the Tiger's Eye Moon. Another beautiful selection from Jackson. So Tiger's Eye, I've written a bit down. It is the stone of self-confidence and inner strength, and that is so full on through these cards. I just want to show you everything at once, but just gonna take it one step at a time. Maybe a message for you too, but anyway, healing psychosomatic symptoms, dispelling fear and anxiety, mental clarity, facing problems objectively and being unclouded by emotions, and grounding and using logic. So very, very grounded stone, very earthly energy. I can see that there's maybe anxiety is a bit high at the moment for you, group 1. There's so much green in just the first cards that came out, so I wasn't surprised to see heart chakra and clarify your desires come out together as well after all the other green oracle cards came out everywhere about grounding and about nurturing yourself. There's so much I want to show you, just it blew my mind, always amazes me, but it does look like you are needing a big clearing in your heart chakra right now, in your heart center, feeling like a bit overwhelmed by everything that is changing perhaps, or things that are external to you that are really causing so much inner turmoil. Needing really badly to stay grounded at the moment. Psychosomatic symptoms and illnesses, that can be anything. And so sometimes if things are getting under our skin, we'll develop skin issues or things like that. So I guess it would depend on what type of symptoms you're getting, but it's certainly linked to anxiety and fear and stress. And there's a need to look at the situation objectively. So I want to go straight into perhaps oracle cards. The first one came out was your dreams need a practical plan, full moon in Taurus, followed by this beautiful earthly nurture energy. See this beautiful imagery of earth, of nature, and a number 4 up the top here, more green, talking about that foundation, very much like needing a practical plan, same vibe. Then we had codes of the seeds come out, even more green imagery. This one fell underneath was this, so you can see more repeated imagery in the moon here, where she's sort of just falling into the depths of emotion and perhaps fear as well. We're going to read a bit of that one from the book because I found it so beautiful. More green over here with the I tune out negative people and thoughts. This is gaining control of your thought pathways, and if other people feed fear into you, then obviously tuning that out. I feel like this is a lot actually to do with tuning out your own negative thoughts and rewiring them. She's got headphones on, so it's like an active approach to like overriding negative thoughts. See, I feel like these could be playing mantra or something to really, like, she's doing something to grab a hold of these spiraling thoughts and feelings. We've also got I am divinely guided as well. So normally I would leave all that for the end, but there's just so much green. There's so much needing to clear the heart and just ground yourself and sort of be in a logical place right now. It does look like there's something very fragile and tender inside of you that needs nurturing. Maybe it's a new project, a new creation, a new relationship, perhaps it's a pregnancy. There's so much here that says, you just need to maybe put down a bit of the stress and the anxiety and just trust one step at a time, nurture your body and your mind as best as you can while you move through this change and transition. So I'm going to go over to the tarot now, and we'll go back to the oracle afterwards. I just saw so much green. Maybe you're wearing green right now, but maybe it's your favorite color, or maybe it's a color you'd like to wear to help consciously, with intention, clear it, the heart space. I think anything done with intention, right, is a good thing. So I'll jump in to see the signs that we've got on the table. We have Leo's here, Cancer and Pisces, Taurus and Sagittarius, Virgo and Libra, Cancer and Scorpio all are here. So maybe someone you're dealing with, maybe yourself's energy, it's all good. If it's not, maybe a different area of your chart. So I'm going to jump into the past energy, which is pretty interesting. We've got 5 of Cups, the Sun and the 2 of Cups. So it looks like it's like a double whammy. Weird feeling. Really, just holding these cards actually starts this really weird feeling inside of me. And so it's like after perhaps a period of depression and sadness, and there's still lingering emotions attached to this. Maybe it is to do with a past experience or something you're currently going through, or a bit of both. It looks like you are ready to move into new opportunities here and release the heavy baggage and sadness from the past. Something new has grown in your life, something new that can bring you a great deal of happiness. This could be a new relationship that's come in for you after a period of a lot of sadness and letting go. It may be a new job or a new friend or something here, some sort of companionship energy that really has brought the sun back out in your life and helped you feel like, you know, optimistic about the path ahead again, feeling nurtured, feeling really happy and positive. But there's still some fears wrapped around the path ahead. Maybe it's doubts, maybe it's worries. One of the cards, the first card over here, I'll pull it up now. Don't worry about what could go wrong. If something does go wrong, you'll be able to make the best out of it. And I can see that here with the Sun and the 2 of Cups. It's as if to say that even if something does go wrong, you've got a lot of support around you. Although I feel like what it is you're worried about is, how do I word this right? I don't want to say it's not worth being worried about because, you know, I can't say that. But I feel like your mind will be put at ease and that everything is going to work out and not be as you worried it would be, is what I'm feeling here. And there's so much here that supports that message and exactly what you can do to ensure that outcome and not sit in fear and stress and attract even more confusion. Okay, so it's a very optimistic time for you. It looks like there's either new love or a new beginning in love, maybe a new cycle in your current relationship, or you've met someone special. So moving into the current energies, like we said, we've got that moon, and I do feel, where's this card? Like I just love how it all so lines up. See how she's diving into these depths in both cards. I just thought that was a really beautiful synchronicity. There's so much water and emotion in this reading, but there's also grounded self-care and practical steps, because that's the only way forward here. It's internal, not external. So the moon, definitely about your fears I feel coming up, but that is something that's going to give way. Yeah, see, look, 8 of Pentacles is there. So is the 6 of Swords. What is that underneath? The Page of Cups. So that to me is an optimistic outcome. That is self-development with the 8 of Pentacles, that's having a practical plan and actually doing the steps perhaps that are required to bring you out of anxiety, self-soothing steps, and mantras, meditations, practices that help you become present in the moment and release some of the fear or the stories that are repeating. But anyway, that the further energy ahead really speaks to that as well, because we've got the beautiful Ace of Pentacles, Hierophant, and Temperance. Okay, so this is absolutely a fresh opportunity here for you. There is a seed that is planted and it is going to grow into something quite big, right? So for some, this is a new relationship and a really depth of commitment that's in this relationship, like a higher level of love, a love that helps you to really ascend in your own path. It helps you bring healing and balance into your life. Maybe it's a baby, a pregnancy that is coming into your family, and that's so exciting. It's going to bring a lot more stability and commitment into your relationship, your family. Perhaps it is a new job opportunity that's going to give you the opportunity to teach other people and really step up and show what you're capable of. But either way, this is an ascension path, and one of ease as well, one of ease and balance on the path ahead, coming out of fear, coming out of sadness. So the sadness and the fears and the doubts do still surround you, even though there's a beautiful opportunity here. It's already here. I think that you just, need to take it one step at a time and be very nurturing to this new seed. Be very nurturing. I want this seed as well for some of you to think of the seed as your mind and what you're nurturing it with. What are you feeding it with? How are you soothing it? How are you taking care of your mind? How have you taken care of perhaps your body? Maybe you need more strengthening exercises like yoga, or a nice light walk to get your body moving, or maybe you need some supplements or a good change in diet to help you feel a lot more less sluggish, or whatever it is you're needing right now, right, for nurture and support. I feel like you may be very much like this imagery sometimes, just sort of a bit up in knots inside of yourself and feeling just like consumed by anxiety or fear at some points. But the path ahead for you is one where you can really show yourself what you're made of, because the Ace of Pentacles, I feel, is an opportunity that you give yourself. I mean, there could be an external opportunity coming in. Why not? Absolutely. A new job, a new offer, or perhaps this new relationship going to the next level of commitment here. There's so much growth on the path ahead. But I do feel so much of it is also based on your own inner strength as well, because there's a bit to overcome, there's a bit to balance, and there's a bit of ascension, a bit of climbing happening here, a bit of clearing in self. So in the challenge, we've got the 9 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, I was going to say swords, and 7 of Wands. The challenge might be feeling like you have to go it alone, or the people around you perhaps have negative opinions about what you're going through. Maybe you're fearful of what people might think, of what changes are happening in your life here. Maybe you're concerned about being, if this is what I want to say here, if this is like a situation where you've had to sort of branch out and be there for yourself, like branch out on your own, you may be feeling a little bit fearful about having to tackle challenges all on your own and not having support around you. Although I do feel for a lot of you there is a beautiful connection or some sort of support around you. I feel like, for some people as well, this could be fear of like stepping into independence and letting your business grow, or letting yourself really put yourself out there and really believe in your dream and make it come true. Also get the feeling here that there's a whole bunch of energy and not enough logical planning. Maybe it's a whole bunch of fear and anxiety and not enough self-soothing and practices that help bring you to the present moment and ground yourself. There's a whole bunch of it feels quite intense at times, and maybe these could be other people coming up against you. It could be your own mind. It could be a bunch of things, but I think the challenge right now is maybe just have an inner strength to come through the challenge. All right, so it's reiterated a bit here in what will help with the challenge. I love that the Queen of Wands is in front, right? Damn straight she is. We've got the 4 of Cups on the other side, 2 of Swords on the other side. So it's like you can see this situation. There's certain things about this situation that are not working out. Past that has been very upset. Things that are being spilt. There's a lot of sadness, disappointment. There's a lot of uncertainty with the 2 of Swords. What do I do? Where do I go? Who do I talk to? How do I get out of my head? How do I overcome this situation? How do I look on the bright side? How do I nurture myself? There's so many questions, but you've got what it takes with the Queen of Wands here. And I feel like this is something you can do internally. Like you don't, it's always great if you need support to seek it, but I feel like you've got what it takes to get through this, and you can prove it to yourself too. Because the Queen of Wands is a self-healing woman. She is so connected to Source. She's so connected to her passions, to her intuition. I may have said that. She is a divine channel of healing energy. And she knows how to trust any challenge that comes her way. She uses it as an experience, as an exciting experience that she can face, truly. You don't have to be a she. You can be a man and still take this advice that you can stand in your feminine power of creativity and use this experience to grow from. I feel like you don't need to worry about what's spilt, because there, as always with the Four of Cups, there's one opportunity that's there still. There's an Ace of Pentacles here. You know, there's a lot to be optimistic about. There's a lot to perhaps salvage. Yeah, I feel, again, actually, I want to pull this one up again. Don't worry about what could go wrong. If something does go wrong, you'll be able to make the best out of it. And that is Queen of Wands energy. Like, if anything goes wrong, you've so got what it takes. But you've got to pull yourself out of that negative thinking or concern and worry, and just come back to the present moment. Use your skills that you've got here with the Hierophant. The Hierophant is somebody who is so grounded and can use one step at a time to climb into the light and out of any heaviness, and balance, again with the Temperance card, to balance out some of those more negative thoughts that bring you down into a spiral, and see that there's actually an opportunity here for you to show you what you've got, show you what you're made of. Chariot on the bottom of the deck. Wow. And the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck, right? So the energy of this reading is about you navigating the dark and the light aspects of you with mental clarity, and seeing it from an objective standpoint, not being overburdened by emotions and fear, but truly just, like, I really feel like mantra is going to help right now, coming back to your center, meditating on not only that heart, but the root chakra too. Yeah, this is unreal. Devil is underneath there as well. Capricorn's energy, but look at this. It's like, whatever it is that's held you back, whatever it is that's made you feel like incapable or stuck, it's like you see through that. You know, the sun is here to show you that. There may be still fears about your ability to truly see things objectively and move forward from that place, but you can leave this behind, this thing that makes you feel stuck. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's thought patterns. So further guidance, we've got Four of Pentacles, the Magician, Death, and the Four of Wands. This is somebody who absolutely has everything they need to get through anything that comes their way in spades. They've got what it takes. This person with the Magician, it's like sort of, I feel like the guidance here is to sort of pull back from external validation, from seeking things to give you momentary pleasure or distractions or anything like that, especially with the Devil over there and the Ace of Swords and the Chariot. It's like, turn away from those external things and turn to your own inner strength here, and realize that you've actually got everything it takes to navigate this, navigate your fears, navigate your thoughts. Grab a hold, grab the reins, right? With the Chariot here, you are in the control seat of your life. You are in control of what comes through here. We are not our thoughts. And when we can actually identify that these thoughts are not us, there's just noise that goes past, and we can actually stop them in their tracks and rewire them at any time, and then create a whole new reality based on those thoughts. I feel like this is time to really grab, like, you know, Ace of Swords, grab a hold of your thoughts and the direction of them and bring them into a place of power. Conserve your energy and time as well, I feel. Maybe not giving so much to the external world right now, because you're needing that to be there for you. The Four of Wands, Death as well. There's a big transformation. I want to pull up another card. Where is it? I know it's here. I kind of wanted to save it to the end, but, you know, it was so good. Oh no, where is it? Yeah, exactly. New chapters require a new version of you. I feel like that is so important to see, because it's like, whatever old ways, coping mechanisms you've used in the past to get through challenge and stress, they're not working anymore, and you know that. And so there are way more constructive things you can do to help navigate yourself through massive change that's happening in your life. There's a real need to save your money right now, perhaps as well, just pulling in where you're spending financially, but also your energy I'm getting from this big time. I feel like there may be a need to really restructure things around your home, so maybe other people are helping out more because you need your energy. Or perhaps this is a change in your business hours to accommodate your changes and your needs. You are the Magician here. You've actually got all of the potential, the power to make the changes necessary to support yourself and nurture yourself for the plan ahead, for the path ahead. You are your own authority is what I want to say here. You can do anything. And I do feel like there's a beautiful community of support there for you as well with the Four of Wands. That through these changes, the people in your community are going to actually be really proud of you, and it will shine. The minute you step into your power, it's going to show. The minute you step deeper into your power, I mean to say, because not to say you're not in your power now, I don't want to say that at all, but the moment you take this advice, I really do see that transformation shining, and your friends connecting with you deeper, you being able to connect with other people deeper, because you've navigated your own strength, your own, darkness, and from that you have more wisdom and understanding. So further guidance here, we have the Judgment card and the Hermit. 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, beautiful energy. So again, that repeated message of relying on your own inner strength and your own inner light right now, to be your own authority, to not seek things externally at this time, because it's an opportunity for you to see what you've got inside of you. Judgment is an ascension card again. It's absolutely transmuting that old energy, the stagnation, the heaviness, the density, and just letting yourself be lifted into the truth or into the light of the situation, to release the clouds of doubt and just be okay with where you are, trusting that each step will unfold perfectly. I am divinely guided is a mantra you can use. I am divinely guided. Trust, see this like compass like imagery in the background. It's like you don't need someone to tell you where to go. You need to go within and find that answer yourself, because it'll take you so much further. I can see here there is a time of isolation and meditation, contemplation, and seeing what no longer serves you, seeing what no longer is coming with you, because the path ahead, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, there's something really huge to celebrate within your family, perhaps within your friend circle. Maybe this is an engagement, a wedding, a baby announcement. Perhaps this is a business that is absolutely flourishing. Maybe this is a community that are really putting their efforts in together to collaborate. There's so much beauty ahead of you. There's so much support. I feel like it's a matter of I think this is a reading of inner strength at this time, and just moving through some things on a very personal and inner level to help finally release them, so that you can come back out into the light of day and really take advantage of the opportunities that are available to you, without letting the past get in the way, or your own negative thinking or doubts or fears get in the way. So there's a real big transmutation energy in this reading. All right, I want to read from the book for this sweet little one. I won't read the whole thing, but let's just go from... Seeds must be buried in the darkness before they can bloom into the light. Seeds can't even begin to bloom without embracing the fertile void of the winter soil. They can't flower without outgrowing the constraints of the bud. They can't bear fruit without releasing their beauty to the earth and letting go of the very thing about them that captivated others. This card delivers the message that within you, you have all that you need to create what you're destined to create, to move through everything that life delivers, and to navigate your way through any terrain. The blueprint has always been seated within. Trust that you have within you the codes for the most glorious rose garden waiting to bud and bloom. Trust those codes. Remember that blueprint. All you need to do now is take the next step. And tomorrow, take the next step. If you continue taking baby steps each day, on a day not too far from today, you'll look back and discover the most breathtaking garden of roses all around you. And then fruit will grow. Fruit will follow. Today, just take the next step. You know what to do. The blueprint is encoded within you. Another massive indication that you have all the answers inside of you, and that this is an opportunity for you to really learn that and know that, and trust what's inside of you, to nurture what's inside of you, to know that you are protected and held, and that you are safe, and that everything is going to be okay. And you don't even need me to tell you that. You got it. You don't need anyone to tell you that. All right, maybe you feel like you do, but that's the point of that, is that you've got to teach yourself that you've actually got everything it takes. You are so connected. All right, so we have, do not worry about what could go wrong. Like I said, Queen of Wands energy on the table here. You've got what it takes. I promise you it does get better. Be careful who and what you surround yourself with. Nurture is here in a very big way, and same with your dream needing a practical plan. So sometimes that means cutting out substances or people that are not beneficial to that practical plan. I think it's time for extreme logic and groundedness. Life will be a roller coaster. Enjoy the ride and stop trying to be in control. New chapters require a new version of you, and you will be blessed with more than you can ever imagine. And I feel like that is the promise when you show up in this as this new version of you and face these challenges, because I feel like there's such an optimistic path ahead for you at this time, but there's a bit of worries and concerns that are overshadowing it. And if you can release that and just be present with each step as it comes, nurture yourself, everything will balance out and become quite beautiful. Especially after this, I feel like it might be a cocoon period for you that you're needing to honor, and that's all right. You'll come out of it the other side just beautifully. So, heart chakra, we already saw that one. Clarify your desires. So much here about clearing your mind and not being overwhelmed by emotions, with that tiger's eye moon there as well. Self-confidence and inner strength. Releasing facing problems objectively and not being clouded by emotions. So seeing things what you want, cutting out the things that you don't want as well, having strong boundaries in that way. We've got escape materialism, shift your focus from the material and develop a healthy inner world. I do feel like that's a lot also to do with external validation and comfort when it's time to prove to yourself that you can do this. It may also be like the need to retail therapy or something to ease this troubled feeling inside, this sense of needing to grab control externally, when it will be more beneficial if you let go of that and go within. We've got avoid gossip, get rid of negative energy in your life, don't let it steal your light. So not speaking constantly on fear and negativity or spreading that, or just going from person to person perhaps and venting and projecting, but rather actually actively releasing that type of behavior or engagement, and again going back within for strength. 30-day challenge, force yourself to do something new for 30 days. This could be any type of challenge, a self-love challenge, a exercise type challenge. We've got the next card as exercise. It doesn't have to be strenuous. It has to be for your capabilities to meet your needs. But it's a matter of just showing up for yourself every single day and being there for you. Exercise, like we said. Small things matter. Sometimes it's the little things that can make life wonderful, and I feel like that's all that's needed right now is truly with this seed and the Hierophant. It's really about having a beautiful practical plan, taking just one step at a time, and each day you get higher and higher and closer to your goal. And things, the way ahead does lighten. If you're finding yourself in this energy right now, some brilliant news is going to come in. So a really great opportunity or something is going to come in to help you really look at this person laughing with finally relief and happiness. So I do feel that your anxiety is about to be lifted, but you can do the best you can in the interim to do that for yourself internally. So I think that's all I have for you. Group 1? Yes, I do. That's all the cards. Yeah. All right, group 1. I'll leave it there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed that reading. I hope it gave you some sort of comfort, clarity, or guidance, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 1. Hey, group 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Dagas rune, then this one is for you. A very careful selection from my son this morning. I thought it was so appropriate, as always. Each group, so impressive. So Dagas rune is a rune of optimism and growth. There is no negative aspects to this rune whatsoever, no matter which way it falls. It is absolutely about growth and movement forward. It can often be used to face times of challenge, and it is absolutely heralding the dawn of a new day, major change in your life, and the path of enlightenment. So it is a beautiful rune for you, and you may not be feeling that way at the time of connecting to this reading. That's okay. I want to show you the cards. So excited. Just like, whoa. Today's Oracle cards are just blowing my mind. Same for group 1. I was so thrilled with what I saw, and then your cards just amazing. And I'm tempted to just leave it. I think I don't know. Oh, it's so hard to know where to start, because I would rather maybe go through the depths with you first, and then we come into the light. Perhaps we would work that way instead of back and then forwards. So I'm going to start with the past energy, or perhaps the zodiacs I can see. Maybe you, someone you're dealing with, or an aspect in your chart that is heavily influenced at this time. So we've got Cancer is here, along with Aquarius and Scorpio. Cancer again. Gemini is here. Libra. Pisces. And that is all. In the Oracle cards, though, I have got Leo, Libra, Virgo, and Taurus as well. So let's jump into the past energy with the moon. The moon and the Queen of Swords, just that combination alone I was pretty impressed with, because this is all about fears. The moon is about fears and serious self-doubts. It's about having a real great strength of intuition, but really doubting it when it comes in. And I just, with this card in particular, especially because there's so much new moon energy in your reading, which I'm so excited to get to in a bit, this starting card, the first card, brought out a full moon, and it shows me that in the recent past you've had a culmination of experiences in your emotional realm. This could have been heavily influenced on the recent Virgo moon that we've just had at the time of this recording. Maybe you're watching in later down the track and it's a different moon that influenced you, but at the time of this recording we've just come off the Virgo full moon. So depending on which house that is for you, it could have a major culmination and a new beginning in an area of your life. So for you, I feel like it's perhaps tied with your relationships, and so it could be romantic or family. I feel like when we see this combination as well, it's like you have become quite nauseated by the ups and the downs. I feel like it's become really maybe toxic, or just such an inconsistency, it's almost getting you dizzy. I'm just, get that weird vertigo feeling or something. I don't know what to call it, but I feel like you've been just in such a cycle that it's like you're locking these emotions in a cage now. It's like absolutely not letting yourself repeat that pattern ever again, or that relationship cycle ever again. It's something, it could be a behavior of your own that you are not wanting to repeat. It could be a relationship that's been really bad for you that you need to get away from and exit. But with the Five of Pentacles as well at the front of the Queen of Swords, it's like you, even if it means you're going to have to go it alone, even if it means it's going to be painful and empty for a while, it's like, this is a sacrifice I'm willing to take because I can't handle this anymore. It's that sort of energy where you're actually having to, or have spoken your truth in the recent past, or maybe you have not said it externally, but it's a logical decision in self. Maybe it's a way of perceiving the situation that no longer gives your power away. Even if it means cutting people out and leaving other people in the cold, perhaps that's something you've needed to do. Maybe this is another person's energy and they've left you out in the cold, but I do feel for most of you that this is you having to make this decision based on having enough is enough sort of energy with the moon here. And the culmination, it's like I do get the feeling that this has been outside of your control anyway. Like it's absolutely heavily influenced astrologically, I do feel. So it's like the universe has supported you to get to this moment. It's all come to this moment, it feels like. And you've made the right choice, is what I want to say to you as well. If you were doubting that, I don't think so. You've made the right choice. Underlying energy I'm going to jump to is the Six of Wands, and underneath that is the Knight of Swords. And the Ace of Cups underneath that's a Four of Swords. So what I see in that combination, I can just keep reading, but I won't. I see after, again, this time of needing healing, it's time of taking care of yourself here with the Four of Cups. I do feel like it's, you've had to step back, pull back, and give yourself a bit of a time out, a bit of a fresh start perhaps. With the Ace of Cups, this Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands, a new love coming in fast is what I see here, whether that's self-love and a new cycle, or I do feel like an external love for a lot of you as well, a new person perhaps, or a new friend. but either way, it's definitely after a period of healing and taking yourself away from what no longer resonates with you, what does not belong in your life. You absolutely know it. You've had to lock your heart in a cage here after so many cycles, I feel, with this one. So let's move into the current energy path ahead, starting with the Eight of Pentacles. And I love that we've also got these moon cycles above her head. So I feel like this is, at this time, this is your energy now. And it's like you're perhaps trying to keep yourself a bit busy with your work, or just maybe even working on self-development stuff so that you can manage to process all that you're carrying. I get that the way this fell on the table, I'll just grab a couple cards either side so we can see it. The way it fell on the table, it's like as if to say, you know, the path ahead is going to be hard to navigate. Maybe that's a story you're telling yourself, that things are going to be challenging at this point because you're in it. You're in the change. You're in it. And it's, so I feel like looking over to the past, you see a lot of loss and a lot of sadness. You're trying your best to stay grounded and focused with what's in front of you with your work here, I feel. But you're also contemplating all of the different cycles that you've gone through in this experience and how you want to grow from it and what you don't want to be carrying. At the moment, you are carrying a little bit, and that's okay because you're still processing it. And this is a beautiful, healthy energy, I feel, that you're in right now in your processing state. I feel like you're doing... I do feel like you're looking after yourself. I do get that sense that you're keeping yourself busy and grounded, even though things are a little stressful. You're having to lock your heart in a cage and just be logical, and that may be painful too, but you know it's for the best. I'm going to pull these two up actually because they're right there and next to each other. We've got the sacrifices you make today will be worth it, and then we've got avoid toxic people, hang out with people who lift your spirit up, not bring it down. So I see that here as well. You're processing a great deal of perhaps letting go and what you're still carrying as well, because you are still in it, so that's fair enough. 10 of Wands is there. We've got the 8 of Wands next, which I do love for you because it shows that the load does lighten. The work you're doing here to ground yourself, to just focus on your actual physical career work or your home duties or all these things that are before you. I also do feel like you're tending to self-care here and wellness and realizing that you've actually got so much still to offer the world, and or maybe a new relationship, and whatever it is that's ended for you, as much as it's been so painful and full of perhaps a great deal of loss, you know that the path ahead is quite exciting. You've got to, if you don't, you're about to realize, I really feel like you do know that though. Like, even though this has been hard, it's almost like a relief that you know you're sort of on the end of it now, or you are already on the other side, and it's like the new cycle is beginning. So I feel like this is just a natural progression in that you stop carrying all that stuff over the week ahead. You start to drop it away. The load starts to lighten. There's a bit of communication. There's movement, the movement forward. There's a bit of enthusiasm and energy moving into the right direction. Things are feeling lighter for you. You're not holding on so much to the things that just weigh you down mentally, and even diet-wise, I'm getting just food that makes you feel sluggish, and I feel like all these little self-sabotage things are just, you're systematically pulling them out one by one at the moment, is what I get from this energy. The 8 of Wands carries on now into the High Priestess, and then I got some extra cards of the 5 of Swords, 7 of Swords, and Judgment. So this is a heavy amount of processing you'll be going through in the week ahead, but you've got what it takes to navigate this and see things clearly and truthfully. Starting with the Queen of Swords energy, you're not allowing any more doubts and threads of fear to take over. I feel like you're really sifting through the crap, I want to say, like mentally in the week ahead. And I feel here with this High Priestess, and the 8 of Wands, it's like you're getting a lot of channeling coming in, a lot of, like, just while you're working, perhaps keeping your hands busy, not even trying to process, just, you know, doing you with the 8 of Pentacles, right? And then these thoughts may come through and you're processing, you're remembering, maybe you're doing a bit of releasing, but you're also getting this other channel come through with divine wisdom that helps you see things clearly and for what they are, and it helps you release. It does look like there's been a situation here full of so much pain, dishonesty, betrayal, and you've come to realize that I don't even know what to say. I just feel like it's time for you to let it all go and release it, and you know that. So as much as you may be physically out of this situation completely, like gone, away from it, your life is so different now, maybe you live in a whole different home now, but it's the internal stuff, the internal processing that you are so liberating yourself out of. See this beautiful imagery and judgment here? It's like I feel as well, actually there's a bit of a double here, because some of you have passed this, some of you have released it, but there's still fears that future relationships will carry this sort of energy. And I feel like that's a big part of this as well, is rewiring the brain to tell yourself more positive stories about what it is you're capable of attracting and what the world, the universe has in store for you, with confidence and trust, because there is a brand new beginning happening for you. It's massive. You're at such, I want to get to the cards already, but I'm not there yet. Right now you're moving through it. I'm glad we're going through the dirt and then we're coming up. I'm glad I went this way because it's worth it. This journey is worth it. Like what the challenge you've been through in this situation, you'll see one day that it's all worth it in the end, because of what you've learned about yourself, and just I think that you're just going to come up bigger, better, stronger, more wise, more intelligent, more capable of understanding, and just, in your power. So there is this release, this judgment card here. I feel like it's you getting, I think, a big amount of truth. It does feel like you may not get this truth externally. It's going to be an internal process that helps you come into acceptance and understanding, and then therefore release and movement forward. I don't feel like this is it is very, very internal. You'd be, if you're waiting for something external to come in, and I don't think that's the case. I feel like this is your own process of releasing. I don't think an answer or a piece of information is going to come in and relieve you of the tension and stress. It's a matter of giving yourself the closure here to release it and not carry it forward. But you're doing that. I do feel that quite strongly. So in the challenge area, what else do I want to say here? I do feel like there's also ways of communicating with the people around you that you would like to be more effective, perhaps, and less stressful. So you might be looking at different ways of communicating and different ways of connecting to your own inner guidance and therefore to other people. I think that it starts with self there for sure. So in the challenge, we've got 6 of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Challenge may have to do with family, it may have to do with children, relationships from the past, soulmate energy, people that you've had a long history with, just memories of the past perhaps, childhood wounding, things like this. We've got the Lovers in reverse, Justice, and the Chariot as well, all in the challenge. So the challenge may be, like I said, communication issues here with family. That may be a problem. The Lovers in reverse kind of gives me the energy of like a decision you may have made that you or someone else perhaps made that wasn't fair or right. It wasn't perhaps the best choice to make. Perhaps it wasn't in alignment with your truth, and I feel like the challenge is like I do feel like the challenge is, regardless of the choices you've made in the past and what people might think or what you might think or what you might expect from yourself based on past patterns and ways of relating, I feel like the challenge might be just owning your power here, like truly stepping up and standing up for yourself perhaps, or standing up for your truth and using that truth to move forward with unapologetically. I'm getting with that one, like even if you've maybe made decisions in the past that are that contradict the path you want to go on now, that's fine. You can change your mind at any time. I think it's giving yourself permission to change your mind, to change your path, to change anything you want to change, and to stand in your truth. The challenge might be a deliverance of justice as well. It might be external from you for some people, where you feel like justice is not served and you have to move forward with very little closure, and that you've now got extra burden because of this injustice in maybe even the justice system, right? And it could be that you're having to surrender to an outcome you didn't prefer. However, there's going to need to be this, I think, reconciliation within self, that things are how they are, and coming to acceptance, even if there was an injustice, that you still need to move ahead, and you can't let this experience, I guess, hinder your path ahead any more than it already has, is what I feel here. So it's a mixed bag, group 2. Yeah. We've already talked on the 6 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I think we have. The underlying energy of this reading is absolutely that of victory, stepping up onto the life stage. Just going to clarify that before I use the deck. Three of Wands, waiting for a verdict. Empress. Seven of Wands as well, 5 of Cups. So yeah, okay, there's so many different things I can see in the challenge here. Like, for some people, you're waiting to find out about a literal pregnancy and that everything is going to be okay in that area. For some people, you're waiting to find somebody to give you an answer on something, or someone to finally tell the truth so that you can move forward. I feel like there's so much in the challenge. Like, maybe it's challenge looking after yourself and just standing up for yourself, defending yourself, and making sure your needs are met on a very fundamental level. That could be the challenge. It does feel like quite a mixed bag here, and it does feel very related to children and family. It may be that you're having trouble communicating well with your children and connecting to them so that you can work together and move forward together and be honest with each other. Maybe there's that sort of, It feels really intense for you, group 2, but let's move into what will help with that challenge, regardless of how it resonates with you and what it might be. And I can see so much: family and children, legal and justice, just your own inner knowings and truths and decisions, and standing up for yourself in that way. Waiting for the next cycle to begin as well, because you are so on the edge of a brand new cycle. So you may also get this sense that you're not actually as far as you think you are, and that there's actually a big amount of blessings and newness right around the corner for you, whether it's already in your life now or not. It's about to be, and I think that you just don't see that right now as well. So that also makes it a little bit harder to feel like things are progressing at all, when you're actually about to have your world just shaken up by blessings. We'll get to it. Exciting. So 9 of Cups, 4 of Wands came out with now we've got the King of Wands, 2 of Cups, and the Fool. So here, look at this. I can read this in many different ways. What is going to help with this challenge, with what's going on, with this processing and releasing, is just trusting that your wishes and needs are going to be met, that you are going to have so much to celebrate in the very near future. You have got blessings coming in. You have got something you wish for very deeply, whether it's a deepening of connection with your family, your friends, and your children. Maybe it's an experience to go and reconnect deeper with someone, away from the hustle and bustle of life. I feel like for some people this is going on an experience with your children to bond together, or maybe it's a little holiday, or maybe it's just about having more fun within the home space and dancing together, like literally here. I feel like there's so many blessings along the way, and what you're asked right now is to open yourself up to those blessings, to not be jaded by the past experiences of heaviness and sadness, because you've actually got that many blessings coming to you with no need to fear. Like that, I really want to stress that to group 2. Yeah, dude, it's so lovely. There's whatever this wish fulfillment that's coming in for you is going to be worth celebrating, and it's going to make all the challenges make sense. And I think so. Further energy here we go. Further energy into what will help with the blessing. We've got the King of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Fool. So this is, I feel as well, about you feeling very confident here with Leo's energy in the back. Very confident about your relationships, about being a companion to others and having companionship and support from other people. I feel like this is also about meeting a tribe, like a group of people, if that's what your wish is. You've absolutely got that coming in. If it's a divine relationship, then it's absolutely, that's your wish coming in too. You can see that. Two of Cups, King of Wands, somebody who's very spiritually connected and connected to nature, connected to their passion and their purpose. Somebody who's perhaps quite artistic as well. A leadership energy we have here. Two of Cups is a beautiful union, and the Fool card, to me, this is like a brand new relationship. Maybe it's a renewal of an old relationship, but I do feel for a lot of you it's a very fresh beginning, and that you can actually trust this. I feel like for some of you it may be choosing the wrong people in the past, and so now you're concerned again, is this going to be the wrong person, or is it going to work out? That may be some worries, and I feel that you need to just trust and take this leap of faith, because it's actually going to work out better than you could possibly imagine. Yeah, 100%. And I want to go actually up now. I know I just can't help myself. All right. One of the oracle cards was Rose Without Thorns. You have the right to your joy, peace, and sweetness of life. And this is amazing, because it's telling you that you don't need to have thorns anymore. Like some roses, a lot of roses obviously have the thorn to protect them, to protect their essence and their beauty, but some roses don't need them. And it's saying that you can let your defenses down now. If this is a new friendship or the healing of a relationship or a loving connection, whatever it is, a new community, know that you don't need your defenses of the past, because this person's actually right for you and they're going to treat you so well. You're never going to need your thorns in this situation moving ahead, and you've really needed them in the past, I'm getting. So I feel like just such a relief for your soft heart. It is, you do have a right to joy, you have a right to peace in your life, you have a right to sweetness in your connections. You don't need to be defensive or in any sort of conflict. It's just not your way, I'm getting. It's not your way. It's not how you conduct yourself. It's not your way. Just keep coming back to that. So further guidance, we have the Queen of Cups, which is actually kind of perfect for the Rose with no thorns, because isn't that her? She's so sweet. Masculine or feminine. But anyway, the Wheel of Fortune and the Star. This is like the Nine of Cups, the Four of Wands energy, the Fool, like having hope and optimism for the future. Leave that heaviness of the past behind, the betrayals, the sadness, the relationships that didn't work out. That's all okay. It's all okay to accept those things and those experiences and what you've learned from them, and not let them jade you as you move forward, because you've got so many blessings coming. And this combination here tells you exactly that. And I got the feeling that you've already predicted this anyway. You've seen this coming in, or you've felt it coming in, or maybe it was just a gentle hope, but part of you knew, because you're very intuitive. This group, you maybe read as yourself. I feel like in the sense when things are changing or when something's coming in, and when there's something so painful you've had to let go of. I think you've also either already knew or had the belief or incorporated the belief that it's happening for you, not to you, to create space for something so much better. So it's I think as well increased your strength and confidence in trust in spirit as well. So the Wheel of Fortune and the Star, the beautiful Queen of Cups, is saying be soft and gentle with yourself as these changes come in. Allow these changes to bring you this sense of optimism about the future. I'm really drawn to the dice around her neck here. I feel like lots of luck and blessings, like you don't even know, group 2. They're coming in. They're coming in quick. They're coming in soon, and they're going to be life-changing. I feel like you've already got this inkling of what it is, but it's hold hope in your heart. Stay true to your dream. Stay true to yourself. Soften, release that any of the tension in your mind or in your heart, like really just a nice gentle cleansing. I think a natural body of water might be nice, maybe salt bath, whatever it is you need to just relax into preparing your beautiful self for what is to come. So, there's another card on the floor here. Okay, I'll hold it up. I don't know if it's for you. But it's love your work. Ask yourself today if what you're doing is truly making you happy. Anyway, put it aside. It might be a message for someone. We've got where am I? Death on the outcome. The Death, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. So, outcome is massive transformation. The next card is cooperation and collaboration, creative projects with people you love, meeting people that really support you, and the Queen of Wands. So this is creating the life that you dream of, basically. This is a massive amount of change that brings you into this place of personal power and feeling really in control and not controlling, but healthily, I think a healthy balance of co-creating with spirit and just in alignment with what you're meant to be doing. Maybe it is about the love your work card here, because this definitely can be a change of the people you work with or the types of work you do, because the Queen of Wands is somebody who's a divine channel, or somebody who's very healing and has a great deal of wisdom and healing abilities, whether that's medical or intuitive and mental healing, these sorts of things. It's spiritual healing, so many different levels that this Queen of Wands can tap into. But what I get from this is there's just a massive transformation in your whole life, the people that you share it with and the people you work with and the type of work you do. Love your work there, and the Queen of Wands does love her work, I know it. What's on the bottom? 7 of Wands. Where do I want to go from here? Self-love prompts. Use discernment. I love that came out so swiftly with the Queen of Swords. You know, that's her energy. She's done with being an emotional wreck or just totally just going through so much intensity all the time. It's time to use discernment and cut out what you don't need. Live your dream. Never give up on your dreams and dare to live the adventure. This is such a don't let it hold you back anymore energy. We've got get outdoors. Never get so busy that you forget to enjoy the outdoors. I did feel like a natural body of water might be nice for you. Maybe the weather doesn't suit that though. I don't know, depending on where you are in the world. But it would be really nice, I do feel, to get a bit of outdoor time with your family, with your children, or just with yourself. We've got third eye, bounce back and the crown chakra all together here. Bounce back, do not give up, all is not lost. Get back up and keep trying. Third eye and crown, it's like to say that you have this massive amount of trust that whatever you've fallen down, like whatever this is that knocked you down, you are so divinely guided to rocket back up and bounce back up better and stronger than ever before. You are so divinely guided and connected in this, and it's going to bring you more connected to other people. Another blessing. And then we had avoid toxic people. We already discussed it, and you know that to be true. All right, I'm still saving the best to last, guys. I can't wait. Okay, so believe in yourself enough to carry out your dream. Another card to indicate don't let the past hold you back. It's time for big change to come in. Keep your heart open. Take baby steps, allow it to come in, believe in it. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to protect yourself from this. It's a blessing. The sacrifices you make today will be worth it. Let go. I mean, really let go. There's something better on the horizon. You have special gifts. Never surrender to normal. That is very apparent here, group 2. New chapters require a new version of you, and your life is at a turning point right now. You are ready and this brings me to the most exciting bit. The moon cards that came out for your reading was a new start is coming, new moon, followed by Leo new moon, confidence is your key to success, followed by Libra new moon, a new romantic cycle begins, followed by Virgo's new moon, a time to give rather than take. Wow. Then I looked at the bottom of the deck, and would you believe it, we have prosperity lies ahead, the Taurus new moon. So you have, what is that, 5? I was going to say 4. Yeah, well, 4, an underlying card as well. New moons. This, it like, wow, what? Blew my mind to see this, because you are at a fresh beginning. That 10 of Wands we see, all the processing you're doing right now, it's just an internal stripping of what no longer is needed in the path ahead in this fresh cycle that you are entering. It is coming. And what does this fresh cycle have for you? It has hidden blessings. Oh, each card is like, come on, I want to be group 2 this week. You have got, I feel like you are so connected to the symbols of life. You really connect to synchronicities and you allow the symbols to guide you. I feel like you are very charmed yourself. I feel as well, when I look at this, that a lot of the blessings coming to you will trickle down into the people around you and your community. So whatever you receive from the universe, trust that it's actually going to increase your ability to give. I feel like you've also expected this to come in for some time, or you've seen this coming in for some time. For some of you, I got this strong message of a pet that has been around you lately that is perhaps already passed on, like a cat. I've honestly been feeling my old pussycat around me a fair bit in the last few days. So maybe this group is for me, but yeah, I definitely get the strong cat connection, and it does feel like a cat in spirit. So do hold them close and feel their energy. They love you. I just do strongly get that message. I know when my little kitty's trying to talk to me, she's actually always full of this type of message, like, you can do it, you know. She's so beautiful and supportive. So yeah, hidden blessings. And the message of this card is as we would expect in hidden blessings, is that sometimes when things seem like it's really challenging, that there's actually a hidden blessing and that this is actually happening for you. But I feel like you already know that. So we've got a new cycle. Confidence is your key to success. A new romantic cycle beginning, definitely indicated here for some people have met someone new that is going to be so beneficial to your path ahead. And then we have the last 2 cards of this reading, which is I am confident and I am worthy. So I really feel like that I am worthy in particular couples in with this rose without thorns energy. You are worthy of a joyful sweetness in your connections that don't leave you feeling like you have to protect yourself or that you're on guard or walking on eggshells. You are worthy of joy. You are worthy of that. So claim it with confidence. And I love that. The next card was confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. Believe in it. Believe in yourself. 3333 on my camera just then when I'm saying that. 33 minutes, 33 seconds. So I guess with that being said, I will leave it there for you people of group 2. It does feel like whatever you're moving through right now, it's all so worth it, because you're coming out on the other side into such a beautiful new cycle, and truly, truly prosperity lies ahead. New moon in Taurus. Okay, group 2. I'm gonna leave it there for you beautiful people. I hope that reading gave you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye group 2. Hey group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Gear Soul moon, then this one is for you. Sweet little moon. Gear Soul is all about healing emotional wounds and I guess getting a bit of sense of clarity on how you're feeling. It can enhance and solidify feelings of passion and love as well. So I feel like it's sort of like a realigning energy to true purpose and healing after, I feel like healing after some past pain, but not letting that hold you back from actually experiencing authentic joy and love. So let's jump into your reading. I don't know where to start, group 3. There's a bit of There's a bit of energy here that's similar to last week's group 3, so maybe you're consecutively choosing group 3. I do get that a lot. Even when I choose pick a card readings on YouTube, I often, no matter who the creator is, I often will pick the same number. Just happen to be drawn to that. That's fine. So yeah, it may be a continuum, but let's jump in with the past energy, or maybe maybe we'll start with the Moon Oracle. So we have here, it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio, along with waxing crescent moon, have faith in your dreams. That's a really nice combination, because it is truly a full moon in Scorpio or a full moon in the 8th house can be really really uncomfortable. I don't know why I'm laughing. I have no idea. That might be one of you guys out there like, yeah, tell me about it. Just really funny really quickly, but it's not. Sorry. So the full moon, it is time to release negativity. A full moon in Scorpio can be very intense. It can bring about a lot of change, and it can be full of intense emotions as well. So it is time to release that negativity and have faith in your dreams about really like moving forward now. I feel like it's time to let life back in, perhaps, if you've been a little hidden from the world. But let's go jump into the reading here. Actually, I'll start with the signs I can see. Is Virgo is here, so is Scorpio and Capricorn, Libra, Taurus and Leo, Gemini is here as well. Cancer and Pisces. Okay, maybe someone you're dealing with. It's okay if it's not. Could just be predominant energy in your chart right now. So we have the Page of Wands, the Tower, the Hermit, and the Two of Pentacles in reverse to start your reading. This is the past energy. So we'll start with this beautiful Page of Wands energy. It is exciting. It's curious. It's ready to learn. So it tells me that there's been something in your past that brought you a great deal of excitement, a great deal of experience and passion. It's something that you felt very authentic about, I'm feeling as well. This could be way as far back as your childhood. This could just be a part of your natural childlike expression, or it also could be a job or a career or a relationship, so many things. But whatever it is, it's something you were passionate about, you were excited, it was fresh and new, you're ready to see its potential, and I feel like you were quite invested. I just feel that. But it followed on into the Tower and the Hermit. So whatever it is, it's like maybe you weren't, I feel like you weren't witnessed correctly or something in the past. This could be, like I said, this could be really far back in your childhood, or it could be more recent. Kind of get a bit of both. Where I feel like you just weren't validated and witnessed as who you really are. You weren't seen for who you truly are. I'm getting there. And it's caused some Tower moment here, obviously. Whatever it is that you were so passionate about, or you were feeding your energy into, it's, for whatever reason, it hasn't worked out, and there's been a Tower moment here in the past. I'm almost inclined to grab one more card, just like I feel like I could do with some more info on the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, please. Thank you. Five of Wands, right? And Four of Cups, exactly. So look, it does look like it involves other people. Like I said, it could have been your family that never truly accepted your natural expression as a playing child, as a curious child, or took your passion seriously. It could have been a relationship that was full of conflict, but you were so excited about it at the start. It looks like as well with the Four of Cups on the bottom, it's just all at a sense of loss. You're feeling maybe like you tried so hard. I feel like you were authentic in this, and so that's why it feels really painful that it hasn't worked out or come to the results you'd hoped it would. I feel like you really, I just saw the Four of Wands, you really did genuinely hope for the best. I feel like you had good intentions with whatever that was. Five of Swords is on the bottom of the deck, so it does speak to that energy of a lack of closure and real like painful separation, lots of blood spilt, lots of loss, lots of just what the fuck even happened, you know, that sort of, yeah. All right, so we've come through a tower moment. And we've landed in, sorry, the itchy as I. We've landed in the Hermit energy facing the Two of Pentacles in reverse. So you've left this behind, the destruction, and you've perhaps sought out some form of isolation and withdrawal from the world so that you can sort of maybe lick your wounds or find a space for healing. I'm just getting a lot of music around you for some reason, so maybe that's what's been helping you come through this, maybe listening to music or playing an instrument. I feel like that's really strong for you in this Hermit energy, or you've maybe been listening to mantra or some sort of audio that's been helping. Maybe it's binaural beats, maybe it's guided meditations. I do feel like some audio stimulation at this point in the reading, but anyway, maybe not for everyone. With the Two of Pentacles in the future, I feel like you're looking at the future, recent past still, looking at the future, like where do I go from here? What is important to me? What do I want now? What are my priorities? Like, I feel like there's a lot of deep questioning and a real uncertainty of where to go or what to do. Just a real sense of just absolute pause, shutdown mode perhaps. And if that's where you're at, then that's where you're meant to be. So don't feel like you need to be any further or deeply healed or whatever than you currently are. I feel like that's a big expectation sometimes we can have when we move into a period of release and healing, that we would like it to go a lot quicker than it is. And sometimes, you know, these things take a really long time. And sometimes we're not fully ready yet and healed completely or whatever. Before we come back into the world, we've still got things we have to carry and some things we still have to deal with, but there's still this need to come and experience the life that's waiting for you and connection still. It's time to release negativity, but still have faith in your dreams, because there is fresh experiences coming in for you. There's support that wants to reach out to you, I'm getting, but you're not really ready to receive it at the same time. It does feel like you are very isolated right now, and that's probably what you're preferring potentially. Maybe not everyone, but I kind of feel in it. So current energy, yeah, current. I think I didn't mention Aquarius before. That's what I was pausing. I'm like, did I say Aquarius? I don't think I did, but Aquarius is here now as well. So we've got Saturn there right now, if that's any indication. All right. So Star, Seven of Wands, Five of Cups. I'll just bring up a bit at a time. Current energy, trying to be optimistic, right? Trying to have faith in your dreams. Really believing that, like, I feel like there's part of you that is trying to tell yourself that there are better things on the horizon, that you can get through this. You are, I think, trying your best to comfort yourself, I feel, in this time, but you're feeling extremely challenged as well. The path ahead does look like a bit of a heavy one at this time, while you're trying to really connect to source and wisdom and hope. At the same time, I feel like there's so much going on the inside that you're perhaps feeling very unable to come out into the world at all, or even ask for help or seek help. And it's really important at the moment that you do reach out to someone and get some sort of comfort or help. I'm feeling here I kind of get the feeling you might need a push, and it might be very uncomfortable when you're not ready, but you're going to have to do it anyway at some point. Getting that feeling here. So this is a time to liberate yourself and to actually believe in yourself, and to believe that no matter what's happened in the past, and no matter how painful it is, in time you will have released the heaviness of it that bogs you down, and you will be able to take baby steps again and move forward. You are going to get there eventually. I can see that, but it's going to be you that does it. It's not going to be an external change that brings that into your life, I'm getting. I do strongly feel like this is an inside job that you're going to have to do here. while there will be external support available to you if you reach out for it, it is going to take your inner strength to climb out the pits of this by yourself, I'm feeling. And you have got what it takes to do so. This has been a similar message for all groups today, I'm sort of thinking. There are some similarities, but not enough to say, you know, you should watch this one or whatever. Just watch whatever ones you feel like for you. But I can see the similarities in every group at the moment, in the collective energy, that speak to being self-sufficient and self-reliant, self-soothing and self-validating. I just saw 1111 on my time. Rather than, I don't think this group even is seeking externally. I really feel like you're kind of hiding a little bit. But yeah, just know that you've got all of those answers inside of you to navigate through this change. Speaking of change, we have Death, the Devil, 10 of Swords, and the Temperance card. So Sagittarius energy here. I don't think I said that one either. So yeah, like we said last week, I don't know if you were watching last week's group 3, but there was a temptation down the line, right, that was likely to pop up. If that hasn't popped up yet, then it's still coming because it's showing up again. If it has popped up, maybe it'll pop up again. But it does look like you've already handled this. I feel that way. It's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. Scorpio's energy here. I do feel like you've already faced this, and that if it does pop up again, you will face it again easier again, because you are absolutely becoming victorious over this devil energy. It may be a toxic relationship, it may be substance abuse, it could be so many things. But Temperance and the Death on either side of that energy is saying no more. You're not going to engage in that anymore. I want to pull up these two cards now, just feeling called to. I am responsible for my life, and I have a higher purpose, and that's what this is about, because you know through transformation and disengaging from this unhealthy behavior or relationship, you are being more responsible for your life that you wish to have, the boundaries you need. You're responsible for those boundaries. You're responsible for everything. It's saying, and I don't mean to say that, why would I want to, I realize that can sound pretty harsh, because some things are, I guess we're not responsible for other people's actions, are we? I guess that's what I want to say. We're not responsible for other people, but we are responsible for ourselves. And that you have a higher purpose here, and your purpose is not what this has been. As much as whatever, or when am I putting that? As much as this was perhaps very exciting for you, you had a lot of passion for this experience, this person, this journey. It hasn't worked out. I'm getting the whole, rejection is divine protection. It hasn't worked out for you because it wasn't right for you. And where you're finding yourself right now may be really hard to come to terms with that and accept the great sense of loss that you're experiencing. But there's so much more waiting in the banks for you. There's so much more to life. And once you, I think, step into that energy of self-responsibility, self-soothing, self-regulation, it's very much about you healing you and being there for you and coming through this, like really strengthening the relationship you have with yourself and really being your own best friend here to get through this. Do not be your own worst enemy. Don't sabotage. Don't make it harder on yourself. Be there for you is the energy I feel with that. I kind of just want to go all over the place. What's over there? There's one of these cards I've got marked in the book. Do I want to read this yet? Perhaps not yet. Reawaken. I will. I've got it anyway. So number 7. You have been repressing part of yourself. This card is granting you the opportunity to heal self-judgment and embrace any hidden aspects of your nature. The primary relationship you have with yourself was formed in infancy. Your relationship with your present self developed on that foundation and adjusted based on experience and observation of the outer world. Become aware of your inner child. Be willing to consciously communicate with the child within you. Listen to how your inner child is feeling. it is imperative to realize that others cannot meet your unfulfilled needs. That's what I was picking up before. Like, this is you that's got to do this. Take responsibility. Far out. Take responsibility for your happiness. It's up to you to satisfy your heart's desire. Work on healing any buried hurts you've been carrying with you. You may be aware of where your emotional pain stems from. This is a gentle prompt for you to determine the cause of your pain. If necessary, seek support in getting to the root cause of your issues. Hypnotherapy and kinesiology are wonderful practices for this, and there are so many others as well. So I kind of got that feeling already that, like, you will need to eventually ask for help here. I really do feel like you're going to need it, and I feel like that's going to be uncomfortable to maybe even come to that point or accept it, and maybe just making that phone call or booking that appointment or getting in the car or booking your public transport or however it is you're getting there. Like, taking those steps may be really hard, but you're going to need to eventually. So, but in your own time too, you know, like, not here to push you. It's not what I'm about. Sometimes a little nudge, but yeah, like, whoa. Truly. So it is time once and for all to surrender the attachment to the past pain, to negative relationships, release negativity, right? The Devil, the Ten of Swords, Temperance, it's all there. Let's move over to the challenge, where we have the challenge, right? I don't know, I feel weird. I feel like, yeah. I know I say this all the time, but group 3. I've often got to ground myself beforehand because I can feel like sort of all over the shop, and it's hard to get started quite often. Not every week, but I think it's often maybe a reflection of tapping in, and I'm like, whoa, I'm not sure if I'm ready to really do that justice. Like, anyway, 9 of Swords, 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, and the Fool. So what actually fell on the Fool was an outcome card, the Moon. So I'm going to read it there as well, but I put it back where it belongs. But the way it just jumped over there on the table, I was like, okay, it does make a lot of sense that there is, you know, 9 of Swords on one side. Why wouldn't the Moon be on the other with this Fool energy? It's as if to say that there is, that it's so hard to come through this challenge right now. You may be feeling very isolated, very alone. The imagery here speaks to itself. I felt like crying so many times while pulling these cards for group 3. So I feel like there's a big emotional release that's needed. The full moon in Scorpio can absolutely bring that. A full moon in the 8th house can bring it up in really intense emotions. And a great deal of change and needing to face change, and it's really, really scary. And I feel like the challenge is not knowing what to do. There's so much to do. It feels like a mountain too high to climb, perhaps. There's really bad sleep patterns here. There's really poor nutrition. There's really poor body health. I'm feeling like tiredness, not looking after the body, maybe pushing it to exhaustion. Not giving it the nutrition it needs. There's so much here about not looking after yourself, and I feel like it's so important right now to look after yourself on a foundational level, like nutrition and sleep and rest, and all the gentleness, the things of just caring for your body as perhaps an external parent to self. Time to parent yourself and look after the inner child, like we saw in that other card there before as well. What does your inner child need right now? It feels like and sounds like it needs to be heard, it needs to be held, it needs to be taken care of and made sure its, you know, nutritional requirements are met so that it can function well. That inner child is needing nourishment on more levels than nutritional. Yeah. It's needing guidance, I'm feeling here. It's needing to be heard again, and keep getting you needing to be heard. There's things you need to say, perhaps. Maybe you don't have a place to say them. Maybe you need to just scream them into the void. Maybe you need to write them down. But anyway, the challenge is feeling like perhaps financial strain is in amongst all of this mess as well. Perhaps there's massive crippling debt. Perhaps there's just feeling like there's nobody to help, and perhaps some of this stuff is all perhaps all of this stuff is in the past, but it's still hindering your future, and that's why the Moon falling on the Fool card is to say that there's a lot of fear in taking a leap here. There's a lot of fear in letting go of the negativity, of letting go of the past, of just embracing the new opportunity, of actually having faith in your dreams. There's a lot of fear and doubt surrounding the path ahead for you at this time. Look, Six of Swords. That is, and it's confirming the energy of fear of the path ahead. But the Six of Swords is a card that speaks about leaving the path, the heaviness, the negativity, the tumultuous energy behind you, and allowing the path ahead to be that of ease, to allow yourself to find healing and just relax, to soften, to let go. So like, it's times like these I really wish I wasn't clairsentient, because I'm feeling like I can't even tell you how many things, like so many feelings and sounds and movements want to come out of my face and like eyes and like ears even. It's really strange. So I feel like there might be a fair bit inside of you that you want to get out. Maybe dancing might be really beneficial for you too. Dancing is such a expressive mode of practice, right? So often we can feel big blocked in throat chakra being our expressive chakra, and movement is expression. So sometimes movement will block up there and you'll feel it and it's very uncomfortable, but it's important to push on through and keep transmuting some of those heavier energies. Can be done through dance. I highly recommend that if you're brave enough to go and do that, not so self-critical and judgmental. That inner child here as well, like I do get with this card, like you've been suppressing parts of yourself. Give yourself the opportunity to heal self-judgment and embrace hidden aspects of your nature. This is about you getting in touch with your inner child and creating and expressing in whatever way you see fit in that moment without judging yourself. I think that's really important. Self-expression, even if you're not sharing that with anyone, but just to express, to let it out, to move through it, to transmute. Okay. What will help with the challenge? We've got 4 major arcanas here, very big energy of the Justice, the Empress, Strength, and the Lovers. Huge, huge. So this is absolutely saying, while the challenge is all minor arcana, the Fool's there, but it's all the little details. It's the drama. It's the threads. It's just the little bits of that fill you with fear and doubt and worry, right? But what will help with the challenge is to come back to yourself here and trust in the bigness of your life, trust in what is unfolding, because the major arcanas speak about the bigger picture of your life rather than the small details of a minor arcana card. So this is asking you to absolutely be authentic and clarify your desires with the Justice card. Be authentic and truthful about what you need right now. Be honest about it and actually be responsible for that. The Strength card, the Lovers, is about having the courage to make a very strong decision to nourish yourself with the Empress, to truly look after yourself, to care for yourself, to be a mother to your own inner child. Perhaps you are a pregnant person that's very concerned, and to just to nurture your body so that your child is not, I guess, growing through your stress. Stress can cause a lot of complications in health, and that of a newborn, unborn, I suppose. I feel like this is a lot more than that, though. This is about, it could be that for some people. There's even a baby lamb here, but I feel like this is, truly being there for you, like ready to, I think, put a bubble around. I feel like you far out. I feel like the bubble you have around you, the isolating bubble you have, is serving you in a way. I do still feel like you may need to reach out and get some sort of support and assistance and help here to, one, perhaps protect yourself with legal support with the Justice card, or perhaps just draw healthy boundaries and protect the Empress, protect yourself, protect your feminine nature. You don't have to be a woman for this. You still have the Empress energy within you, that energy of receptivity and abundance. I feel like this is also believing in your dreams, having faith in the dreams ahead, and that you do have a higher purpose and that you can rise into all of your potential here, that whatever this experience is, whatever these details are, all of this is, I feel like the devil's in the details in regards to your life here, and that if you let those details go and then just step back and surrender into the bigger picture and just take care of yourself on those fundamental levels, the path ahead will ease and clear. Further guidance, we have the 3 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles. So these energies speak to what I've already been talking about. 3 of Cups is a celebration, it's a reunion, it's all of these wonderful qualities. I often feel like it's a co-creation with spirit sort of energy as well, bringing in wish fulfillment and connections based on your alignment to them. And shifting things so that you can align. But this is, I feel like when I saw this combination, it's having a healthy balance between seeking assistance with your friends and actually reaching out for support, and then also being there for you and protecting your energy and not letting people in that are not supportive. So it's like, be very careful with who you choose to let into your space at the moment. Be very, because you're a bit vulnerable, and some of the things people might say might have a negative effect on you that you just don't need right now. So I'm feeling like it's cut negative people out, like time to release negativity. And that may need, some friends need to take some space from, maybe, or just cut completely. But there are some people I feel around you that you can lean on, and to do so, to balance that out, to not shut yourself out completely. If you feel you don't have those people in your life, then to perhaps seek them out in professional assistance, professional help, or joining a community that you've been a bit too afraid to, maybe, but when you're ready as well. 9 of Pentacles here. It's this whole combination now is to say that through this time of healing, through this time of personal conservation and just taking stock of everything you have, and like, it's basically this energy. After having this tower moment, you're now looking forward to, you're holding yourself basically with the 4 of Pentacles Hermit. You're being there for you, but you're also looking to the abundance of your future and how you wish to grow from here and the types of experiences you like to have. You do have a higher purpose, and whatever this situation has been, it's not that. There's so much more lightness and joy that your path should, you should be experiencing on your path, and you will be experiencing on your path. And I think you know that too. So a bit of time out, a bit of healing, a bit of connection with friends when you can, if you can. And then this one, I feel like this is a big stock take. Like, this is not just friends and stuff. I feel like this is the social media things you take in. I feel like this is the diet stuff. I feel like this is everything you give yourself, everything you consume. And I feel like what it's saying is, be careful with what you consume. Only consume the things that are going to really support you right now, because it's important and you need it. And then the 9 of Pentacles is more talk of that. I feel like it grows, and she's starting to like pick the fruits of her labor. So you're going to see whatever it is you're holding close to your chest that's very precious to you, your growth or your healing, it's going to flourish, and you're going to really get to experience the joy of life again. It's like the blessings will roll in. I feel like you're going to find a great deal of strength in having come out the other side of this. Outcome energy is the 2 of Wands. That's where the moon fell, but over there. 8 of Wands and the Judgment card. Is that how it fell? Yeah. So see how, what if we got this somewhere else as well? Yeah, it's sort of repeated here, 2 of Pentacles reversed with the Hermit up the top there. Can we see how you're looking to the future here, but there's still this like doubt, there's still this fear, you're not too certain about what the future holds, and it's a little bit scary, it's a little daunting, it's a little unknown. And that's okay. I'm okay with the unknown. That's okay. I'm supported on the path ahead. There's lots of affirmations you can use, and do use them, please, because they do work. And so you're looking to the future here, absolutely no return with this old wand. There's nothing around it to support you, but this one has got the promise of a new adventure and goals and dreams, and there's so much more. My life has a higher purpose. I have a higher purpose. I am responsible for my life. So you're responsible for this crossroads you're at as well. You can and will move through the fear of it all, the doubts, the worries. The Eight of Wands is here with judgment. So things are going to pick up. You will see. I feel like this is basically saying to you that just trust the path ahead, because, have faith in your dreams, as that card says, because things are going to pick up. Things are going to move forward, and you are going to lift out of the heaviness. And look at the expression on her. There's such a sense of freedom. You're so going to feel free after all of this. You're still in it. You're still coming through it, but things will pick up, and you can trust the path ahead. You can trust that there will be momentum, direction, and support, and that these fears, you will move through them and rise up again. You fall down, but the spirit will keep picking you up as well. I feel like you keep getting, you're not going to be left behind. Spirit won't allow it. You're going to be nudged, you're going to be pushed. You might be uncomfortable sometimes, but there will be times when you're going to have to take that step. So I kind of get that here as well. There's so much about like connection, and then boundaries and carefulness. So we've got breathing the rose, healing, heart healing, emotions, connection, and time eases. And then we've got protection, boundary, and clear communication with the thorn. So this two very perfect energies I would feel for you right now. One is that you are healing the heart and some heavier emotions and a great sense of grief and loss. However, connection is going to help you at this point. When you're ready, it may be very hard, but this card asks you to open up to connection with other people that are going to support you. Seek support where it is needed. You don't have to go through it alone. And that time will ease this. Time will ease the pain. And it's important, like we see the death and the devil, the Ten of Swords. It's like whatever this toxicity is, if it tries to come back in, clear communication and protection and boundaries may be necessary. That might be why we've got justice here. Maybe you're literally needing a protection order against somebody. Maybe you're needing to take higher steps to ensure that you are protected and have boundaries in this situation, communicating very clearly about what you want, because you're responsible for your life. Not responsible for how other people act, but you are responsible for ensuring strong boundaries and protecting yourself. What else do I have? Oh yeah, of course. We have cut your screen, self-love prompts. Cut your screen time. So if you are trying to just escape and mind numb, it might be beneficial to plug into some of your pain processing, I suppose. Dancing was a great recommendation, I feel, but there's other great things you can do to help move through experiences rather than ignoring them and avoiding them and just sort of focusing on distractions like scrolling and whatnot. A 30-day challenge. This can be anything. This can be a 7-day challenge, honestly. It doesn't have, you just choose the amount of days, it doesn't matter. And you can find these prompts all over Google, like love challenge, exercise challenge, self-motivation, whatever. There's so many different types of challenges, and you will know which one is important for you, but I think it's not a bad idea. Even just a 7-day one. If 30 days seems like a bit much, so maybe just a 7-day one, maybe just a 2-day challenge. No, a bit more than 2, come on. Let's stick at 7, or maybe 5 for the 5 business days of the week. You know your routine, you know your roster and where you can fit it, but I think take that a little bit seriously and do consider this one, the 30-day challenge or the 7-day challenge, to help form a new habit, or even just to experience different self-loving prompts that you wouldn't have tried before, just to give it a go and see what happens. You never know how something might affect you or help you. I know self-love challenge I've done before. I did a few things on there that I still remember, and I thought they were really powerful. And other ones from that challenge I still do today, and I wouldn't have known about them if I hadn't done that 30-day challenge. It was a 21-day challenge, that one. But it was actually really, really helpful. So it can open you up to experiences you might not have tried before. Anyway, clarify your desires, cut through the confusion, use your intuition to guide you. I think this is also a boundaries card. She's got this sword here. We've got ground yourself. The next cards are really speaking to that as well, because it comes with nutrition and exercise. So grounding yourself by taking a nice walk, strengthening your body, feeling the good glow of good health, nourishing yourself, all of the fundamental levels here with the Empress. All of this is Empress energy. It really is. Somebody who can look after their body, look after their mind, look after their belly, just taking good care of you. It's time for healing. It's time for nourishment. So, and of course, our diet has a massive effect on the way we think and feel, and the energy that we even have to exercise and move. And this is for whatever body type as well. If you are, you know, not so able-bodied, there are still things you can do to help your body feel good. So we've also got change a bad habit. This makes a lot of sense with the 30-day challenge as well, because it's really asking you to stop sabotaging your health. And take steps towards your higher purpose and being able to actually fulfill your higher purpose, because you're responsible for that. And each choice you make has a profound effect on that. Even like every little tiny choice. Anyway, we have read as well. So this couldn't be any type of thing. Maybe it's just a fantasy book to help you travel to new worlds and feel that like inner child joy, like connection and curiosity and imagination. Or maybe it's mindset things like The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, or my favorite recommendation, Ram Dass. Love his books. Polishing the Mirror, I will recommend. A beautiful book to read to help really come from your spiritual heart in an authentic way. Reading. Again, I think, I don't know if I mentioned in this group, I think I did, about what you consume. So yeah, like maybe even what you read on social media, that's still reading, is still consuming. So maybe you don't read in the form of a book, you do your research in different ways, and that's totally fine, but what are you consuming? And does it benefit you? There's more to know than what you currently know. And any information that does come forward, I do feel like it's only going to benefit you further and can help you commit to your path even stronger. And I think as well that this card is to say that, as again, back to like how the devil's in the details, like there's a lot in the challenge, there's a lot of challenge, there's a lot of issues and like tumultuousness. But when it says there's more to know than you currently know, and we have all the major arcanas in what will help, it's almost like saying to you that it's all going to make sense soon, the bigger picture and why it had to happen this way and how it actually does benefit you. And you will come to know that, is what I feel for that. To rise, you must let go of fear. Yeah, so there's heaps of things I want to say. I don't know why, I wish this was a personal reading for each and every one of you, because I feel like each piece of advice would go differently and I just want to give it. Damn it. Okay, follow your heart. It will lead you to the right things. Let go of the idea that you are not ready. Remember, many of the clouds casting shadows are not real. Don't fear a blank canvas. Use it to turn your life into a masterpiece. Starting from the inside out with all that diet, nutrition, changing bad habits, 4 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, the Empress. There's so much here about grabbing control of your health and your wellness. It was a necessary ending so that you can pursue the life you're destined to lead. Leave the past behind. And you're stepping into a brand new chapter. That much is true. So bringing it back to the original cards of it's time to release negativity, full moon in Scorpio, and have faith in your dreams, waxing moon, waxing crescent moon. Okay, group 3, that was a bit of a long one because I don't know. I still wish I could give you some more. Look, there it is, the Wheel of Fortune. That's what you can have. Things are going to turn in your favour. The wheel is going to turn in your favour. Just keep going. Just keep nurturing yourself. Maintain those healthy boundaries. Reach out for love and support when you can, if you can. But mostly be there for you. Okay? Sending so much love to you, Group 3. You've got this. I'll look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye.